Have you ever noticed that as you grow older, your desire to be around people starts to fade? The phone rings less often, invitations don't excite you the way they used to, and even family gatherings can feel emotionally draining. You're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. There are real, deep psychological reasons behind this shift. Let's explore 6 powerful, science-backed reasons why you begin to avoid people as you age. And why it's actually a completely normal and even healthy evolution of your mind. 1. Emotional filtering becomes sharper. As you age, your brain becomes more selective about the emotions it wants to deal with. You've already experienced the highs and lows of life, heartbreak, betrayal, disappointments. Your emotional radar sharpens. You can now sense toxic energy, drama, or disingenuous people within seconds. And because you've felt the damage those things can cause, you start prioritizing peace over people. This isn't bitterness. It's wisdom. You're no longer willing to spend time on people who bring stress, tension, or negativity into your life. Your circle shrinks, but your emotional health improves. You value peace over popularity. 2. Social energy becomes a precious resource. Remember when hanging out all day with friends felt effortless? As we age, our social battery doesn't last as long, not because we're lazy or antisocial, but because our mental resources are being reallocated. The brain becomes more focused on internal tasks like reflection, memory processing, and emotional regulation. Conversations that once felt light and enjoyable can now feel exhausting. You start weighing every social event. Is this worth my energy? And many times, the answer is no. You'd rather stay home with a book, or enjoy a quiet walk alone. That doesn't mean you're lonely, it means you've redefined what connection means. 3. You no longer feel the need to impress anyone. One of the most freeing psychological shifts with age is the disappearance of the urge to impress. In your younger years, you might have dressed a certain way, talked a certain way, or even kept certain friends just to fit in. But with age comes clarity. You realize how temporary opinions are, and how little they matter in the long run. Suddenly, superficial conversations feel empty. Gossip sounds like noise. And spending hours with people you have to perform for feels like a waste of time. You begin choosing solitude over fake smiles. Authenticity over approval. And in that quiet, you find a deeper sense of self-worth. 4. Life experience teaches you the value of time. Time. It becomes more valuable than ever. When you're young, you feel like you have an endless supply of it. But as the years go by, you start to see time as a currency you can never earn back. You stop tolerating long-winded small talk. You skip events that have no purpose. You avoid people who repeat the same complaints but never change. You become a better judge of what deserves your attention, and what doesn't. And when someone says, "You've changed," you smile, because you have. You've grown. And with that growth comes a stronger boundary between your time and other people's demands. 5. You've made peace with being misunderstood. When you're younger, being misunderstood feels like a personal failure. You argue more. You explain yourself more. You chase clarity with people who aren't even listening. But with age, you learn that no matter how carefully you speak, people will still hear what they want to hear. You realize that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every opinion needs correcting. And not every misunderstanding deserves a defense. So you retreat. Not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. You'd rather be silent than drained. You'd rather protect your inner peace than convince someone to see your side. And in doing so, you create a calmer, quieter world around yourself. 6. You begin to prioritize meaningful connections over quantity. At some point in life, you stop counting friends, and start counting real connections. You let go of casual friendships that never grew deeper. You stop texting people who never ask how you really are. You no longer feel guilty for letting go of one-sided relationships. The desire for more fades, and the desire for real grows stronger. This change is deeply psychological. Your mind is now wired to crave sincerity. You want conversations with depth, presence, and purpose, not just noise. And because those connections are rare, you spend more time alone. But that loneliness? It's not emptiness, it's space for authenticity. So, the next time you find yourself avoiding people, skipping events, or choosing solitude, remember. This is not a flaw. This is your mind protecting you, evolving you, and guiding you towards something deeper. You're learning to live with intention. You're learning to listen to your inner voice. And you're learning that peace is a destination, not loneliness. Why this shift is actually healthy. Modern society often labels solitude as a problem. We're told that being alone is something to fix. That declining social invitations means you're becoming cold, distant, or even depressed. But in reality, solitude is one of the most powerful tools for self-growth. It gives your brain room to process emotions. It helps you recharge. It allows you to hear your thoughts clearly. As you grow older, your nervous system craves calmness, not chaos. Your brain no longer needs validation, it needs clarity. And your soul no longer tolerates noise, it longs for meaning. Avoiding people isn't giving up. It's choosing better. Better peace. Better thoughts. Better boundaries. Better you. A final thought. If someone ever tells you, you're different now, they're right. You are different. And that difference is beautiful.